A couple of previous leading men have warned that Colton Underwood will hate being the Bachelor. It's a harder job than it seems. But the Bachelor spoilers that we're hearing about Colton's season is painting a different picture. It sounds like Colton is much shadier than anyone had ever imagined. Speaking to HollywoodLife, a source says that the wide-eyed virgin Colton Underwood is a fame-hungry manipulator. Colton's smart, the insider says.
As proof, they point to his actions since he joined the Bachelor fam. All his moves were well calculated, the source claims. After getting eliminated on The Bachelorette, the insider points out, he joined Tia in Bachelor in Paradise. Going from one to the next is just part of the gig for a lot of stars, but it's the timing of Colton's moves that is raising eyebrows. And then, the source narrates, Colton broke up with her. The insider points out that Colton did that just in time to get his own show. That's a pretty serious accusations, since Tia is a real person with real feelings. It's no wonder she doesn't feel like he's ready for a serious relationship, the source concludes. Tia is not Colton's only ex with concerns about him. But this next piece of info is a bit of a spoiler. Annie Reardon is one of the women competing for Colton's heart. She even got to meet him early, in an appearance on Ellen. That's a promising start, right? On October 2nd, Reality Steve revealed that Annie had been home for a week. What's more, she apparently, if we're to take her at her word, chose to come home rather than continue competing for Colton. Reality Steve revealed a Snapchat that appeared to show Annie dragging Colton. When you dump the Bachelor BC Hess weird as ST, her alleged caption began.
The caption continued, and are headed back to normal, happy life without psycho people. We are intensely curious to find out what transpired to send Annie running home to her 7 dogs. But Annie isn't alone in thinking that Colton may not be the best leading man ever. It wasn't so long ago that Dean Unglert looks like a solid candidate to be an unusually young bachelor. Dean blew his goodwill in a disastrous Bachelor in Paradise love triangle, and though he redeemed himself on the Bachelor Winter Games, has no longer the apple of the Bachelor Nation's eye. Deanie Babies warns that Colton Underwood will be the worst bachelor ever. It's not that Dean is trying to be mean. But Colton has a history of appearing to be wildly indecisive. Being the leading man this show is literally just making decisions. It's hell if you can't make choices and stick to them. That said, if Colton is a shrewd calculator rather than being truly indecisive, maybe Dean has him pegged all wrong. While we're talking about Colton as a reality star, we should also talk about Colton as a boyfriend. He may be hot, but if you read between the lines of ex-girlfriend Aly Raisman's book, he may lack inner beauty. Olympic champion Aly wrote a tell-all book that mentions her dating an unnamed football player.
She describes this guy having her fly out to watch him play, and then says that he was only interested in hearing people on the radio discuss him after his game. He allegedly became irritable when she assumed that he was joking. Without actually name-dropping him, it sounds like Aly accused Colton of being a selfish jerk. The idea that he just wanted to hear his name on the radio really blends with the rest of this picture that is forming. Annie was very vague in her snap, but the source that spoke to HollywoodLife was not. It could be that Colton is self-obsessed and putting on a puppy-like facade to milk the Bachelor Nation for fame and attention. But it's also definitely possible that people are on their guard after Aries season, and a little too eager to spot a wolf in sheep's clothing. We may have to wait and see to find out what kind of man Colton really is.
What do you think about it? Share your opinion in the comments below the video. And also subscribe to the channel not to miss new, interesting videos.